able to prove very, very valuable. As right now, I'm double checking, is he running Kritzkrieg or is he not? He's running Medigun. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, as right now the game has gone live. Broder in the blue with the regular Medigun, no crits fakes or anything like that, going up against Zaibatsu right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the third and decider map. Winner goes to their grand final. Losers out and gets nothing. You lose, sir. Good day is what we're going to be able to say. As right now, both of these teams are going to reach middle. Pledge and spin on the cast. John on the camera. And as this middle goes live, we already see a very even exchange between the two spin.
Yeah, huge bombing from T-Mac. There's a lot of work at the beginning, and actually Mylin's been taken down now. It looked like a very even exchange. They lost both teams losing a couple of players, but 2 nuts up here. He has to back out because he's fighting against 2 scouts. But it's just Tweet just hiding here, sitting on the back foot, right, just causing a nuisance. He's dropping it actually into his enemy's second point. Maybe going to try and pick up the frag onto Mylin again if he's caught out. And where is he right now? Where is he? I've lost track of him. There he is. He's on top on the last point, trying to make something happen. So the cap's going to go the way of Broder, but Tweet definitely looking to pick up a frag here, and I don't think they know he's behind.
You would assume that they know, but the question is, how do they know? And here we go. Okay, so Mylin is already going to try and psych people out. He's running the Kritzkrieg. So the idea, very simple, is here, force Zaibatsu, run out with the Kritzkrieg, build it, go back in. That is the idea. Can they get the force down onto 2 nuts? That is the question. He's still sitting there fancy at under 50 HP. No problem whatsoever. Zaibatsu's going to try and make something happen. It looks like at the moment, still running that 100%. Uber going to pick up the middle for free. No problem here whatsoever. Very well played. Tavik now gets taken out of the back. I don't think Zaibatsu knew. He was kind of just walking towards that health pack, and he did end up taking him down. And now we can see a 4 versus 4. 2 nuts knows yes to Uber. Here comes the crits. Great reaction speed there from 2 nuts. As he pops that one off, saves his down man in the process, and can K just pick something off? The Uber is not actually going to be successful here, so both of these teams are going towards a stalemate scenario. Broder's going to like that exchange. They're going to build up the crits as fast as they can and hold off the Zaibatsu rage that is about to happen all over that second point.
This really isn't a favourable position for them to use a Kritzkrieg though. Like, from where they're standing, trying to push out of either of these choke points onto them they're going to struggle with it, and I think 2 nuts will be able to get his Uber before they can really make any impact with this crits. Unless they start extending so far in like this. If they end up getting caught out that far forward now, if it's going down, that's kind of a big frag for them. They're gonna have to back off now. So the Kritzkrieg's up. They don't have the Uber yet, and I wonder what they're going to be able to pick up before they pick up their Uber here.
Oh, you can see Jukebox, he's walking towards that top side, now going towards left. Zaibatsu now with Marlin onto that right-hand side, and the bomb comes in. I don't like this bomb from T-Mac whatsoever. If he gets taken down, then it's just a free kill going towards their way. Now 2 nuts running that 100% at the moment. Is Zaibatsu in a position to hold? Yes, they are. So they're going to pop on off, but can they get the kill into Marlin? They cannot, and this Kritzkrieg is about to hit the middle. I can tell you that one right now. Zaibatsu goes down. Broder's not going to care about that one. They're going to try and make their way in. And we can see Rib landing 1 stick kill to Kate as he goes down. And Broder doing a fantastic job of holding on to this. A 3 versus 2 exchange going into their way with Zaibatsu and Tfeek spawning so they get their pocket back in exchange for a scout. And I think Broder is going to try and pressure this second point an immense amount at the moment, Spin. I think they're going to try and look to pick this one up for free. Got to keep in mind though, Cadis is alive. He has spawned and he's going to make his way back towards this second point. There's not going to be any stickies for the time being though. As long as Rip stays alive, Broder's going to pick this one up for free, and Zaibatsu's not going to be able to contest this, and as they do.
What can I say? Kritzkrieg versus Uber, and Mylin really cementing his nomination for Medic of the Season right there. So he jukes the entirety of the Zaibatsu Uber, and then just comes back in with his Kritzkrieg, finish up the final frags. Of course his team did really well as well, but the fact that he managed to stay alive all that time.
Okay, they
got
fantastic.
They know what they needed, and they know perfect, now, right? But they can push with the crits now. Like, that's exactly what they wanted to get rid of that Uber, and actually they got caught out massively here. And lucky for a bit lucky that Marlin didn't actually catch those rockets. They were grouped up, and Zaibatsu getting 3 frags now. Yeah, this is
Zaibatsu town, ladies and gentlemen. He got 4 already. Can he get some more? As Rip steals that one from under his nose. Cadis goes down. Broder picks up the first round. And this is just tactical play coming out from Broder. The force, the play, like I've been saying this in pre-game, right? There's nothing fancy going on, but they do everything correct. Zaibatsu knew it was coming, but impossible for them to stop it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, some fantastic play from Broder on the midpoint meant that their Uber versus Kritzkrieg exchange went the way of the Kritzkrieg, which is really unusual, and just some great individual play from Mylin, I feel, and yeah, the rest of the Broder team did well, of course, as well in their DM fights. But yeah, it's just some great play and really turned that one around, and it was just against unfavourable odds as well. The bombs now both come in from from both roaming soldiers, and 2nuts actually gets taken down by Cookie on the flank. So Cookie comes in from the side, takes him down after the damage of Jukebox, and yeah, that's going to cement their middle for them now. Samsy just trying to come in onto the medic, but he's not going to achieve anything. Marlin already well in position to avoid that one, and he's just going to push straight onto second with Zaibatsu. So they're already onto second point and looking dominant already with one round in the bag, and pushing onto second now with a full Uber advantage.
Keep in mind, though, this is the way Broder likes to start. They like doing these very quick rounds over and over and over again. And I said in the pregame, actually, as we started, I said, Marlin, he can dodge better. It might give him an edge on middle. He got, you know, there was pressure from the Zaibatsu players onto Marlin by about 3 players, and he dodged everything, stayed alive, kept that Uber into the Broder hands. And you know what I said in the pregame to you, Spin? They like running a heavy to last. Of course, it's not Zebasai this time around, but Zaps is going to pick up that minigun, and they're going to make their way from top. They like doing this. I don't think Zaibatsu is going to be surprised by seeing this, but it's going to be very tough to hold on to this one, Spin.
Yeah, Tariq actually going for the back cap. He's gone for it very early, which is fantastic for them. They've got a lot of time on this, and I don't think they're going to be able to get lost in time. It's a great play from them. Tariq just sitting on the top in the window and just hides and waits for the entirety of the Broder team to come in, and then just goes for the back cap.
Ips is sitting in Z at the moment as well. Ips is going to try and make a play onto this one. He gets the damage. The coordination between Tavik and Ips absolutely spot on. They do not get anything out of that one. Marlin once again just dodging throughout all of that. They're going to cap second point, and really, is it delaying the inevitable? That is the main question right now as Cadis goes down, and Broder once again making their way into last for the second time in just a minute's time. They're going to make their way through. I don't think the spawn is here from Zaibatsu who's going to be in time as Broder picks this one up. 2-0 is on the board. And really, Zaibatsu, they're going to have to try and figure something out, or else this map is going to go the same way as Gullywash went, just the opposite direction.
Yeah, I mean, for that last push, Rib got the frag onto Cadis, and then the heavy could just walk in, and you know, what is there after that to try and focus that heavy down? With the rest of the team up, there's nothing that can focus him apart from the demo man, you know. The team can't all focus on the heavy and, you know, not expect to be killed by the rest of the players. So yeah, fantastic frag from Rib onto Cadis, pretty much cemented their win on that last point.
Very well played as the third medal now goes live. Broder playing it safe for the time being. Looks like not even Jukebox jumping in now puts some pressure down, but Zaibatsu running that top rollout and very much so working in their favor, staying defensive for the time being. Marlin is probably going to get caught with his pants down as well. Everyone goes down, and even though Tompa and Zappis pick up 3 frags in between the two, are they going to be able to pick up more? 4 frags between the two? Are you serious? 4 frags for scouts at the moment, and Rib walking all the way out. He thought they were a dead meat, but Zappis and Tompa doing fantastic work right there as they combine their finish efforts to pick up 4.
Yeah, that's actually a hilarious moment on the right side there. Ips jumped up onto the right side crate and just got hugely air shot, but then just landed back on the crate and just continued exactly as he planned beforehand. So he didn't even, like, wasn't even phased by the fact he'd just been caught a massive air rocket. Just lands right down, continues with his spam, and walked up down this right side. So he actually kind of won the exchange despite getting taken a direct in the air. So
I want to have a listen at Zaibatsu if they know that Marlin is running crits. I'm curious. Let's have a listen.
They're pushing ramp a little bit.
They'll have crit in 10, no 5.
I'm not back.
Soldier scout in right.
Demo left alone.
I'm back left.
To them.
Soldier scout still in right.
Don't make it.
70.
Down.
I don't know why you said Cadis.
They're in ramp room. I'm too weak to help.
Hang on now, I need a kit as well.
It's just demo.
Nice.
Come forward.
Demo down. Demo weak, very weak.
Where?
12.
Coming behind you.
Nice.
Nice. Got 2 scouts on cap.
He was alright, yeah. We're coming to you. Yeah, we can hit point.
Watch out for sniper.
3 up. I'm not gonna stand on point.
I'm checking sniper.
Just gonna let it keep going, guys. Keep listening.
Demo's still down. We can walk in for
Sniper, bottom left.
I don't have soldiers.
Flash as many people as possible.
I crossed.
Okay, call
Where are we
aside.
going?
Go right
Where?
side, I go left.
Right?
Cadis lead.
I'm
Fuck it,
right.
I'm going right. Stick use.
Sniper left, I'm distracting him, he's watching me.
Demo
Soldier
side. Put that demo.
Demo down.
Heavy.
Demo down.
Medic
Heavy,
down.
heavy, heavy. Heavy's fucking raped.
Back cap.
Down.
Back cap.
Go point, go point.
Control point is being captured.
Nice.
Staying
Nice, keep it up.
Thank you, Cadis, for proving why we don't use team comms that often. As that one came out. That's spot on, right? Like you heard 2nuts make the call already. Crits in 10, no 5 actually. When Marilyn was
Yeah,
at
it was
90%. Spot
definitely on it. Yeah, it's definitely on his time in there, and you know they pushed perfectly before they had the crit screen. So yeah, really well executed. You hear their comms are like completely clear. That's exactly how they need to be. calling everything that's crucial and no emotion, just playing. And yeah, fantastic. You see him, and that's why they're one of the top 3 teams.
Fourth middle, and surprisingly, they're going to go from that top lane side. They do lose 2 nuts, but I don't think they're going to mind all that much because Marlon, he's sitting into that corner. He's going to bite the dust himself as well. As look at the bomb in from T-Mac, just getting the splash done. And it looks like Zaibatsu, they figured it out. And I said this 2 rounds ago, Spin. Broder always starts furiously, and then Zaibatsu sort of manages to work their way into it, and then it evens out after a couple of rounds. It's basically what we're seeing right now. 2-0 was on the board. It looks like right now that is exactly what's going to happen as Zaibatsu manages to pick that middle as they're looking to make it 2-all.
Yeah, what can you say? I mean, it's the mark of a great team. You see Epsilon, sometimes they lose an early round to like weaker teams like my team or something, for example, and then they just come back and win it 6-1, and that's what makes them a strong team. They're ready to adapt. They don't have to come out all guns blazing. They can just come into the game, ease their way in, and then get the read of the game, and then take control. And that's exactly what they're doing right here. They've
crits onto 2-nut, Spin. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but this thing is going to hit any second. Is Broder going to expect? I don't think Broder's going to expect this.
He did actually just call it, so I think they heard that. They're going to be expecting it now, and Marlon is going to get this. There's no way this Chris is going to come in before he gets it. So it's slow, but the Chris is going to come in now on this left side. So actually, Broder getting 3 frags beforehand. Cadis gets 1, takes down the scout, and takes down Zaibatsu as well. So he's actually done not too bad out of this, considering the Uber had been popped already. And he's going to bomb.
They're going to last. They're going to last. They're actually suiciding into last. They're going to try and cap this one off. There are a couple of players alive. Back cap is up. The backup is going to be able to finish that one off. Both Cadis and Tvik rushing towards that last side. They saw an option, trying to clinch that one out, and look how well it works out for them as they cover that backup, not before it got capped off, but now they're holding last. Tvik and Cadis still there. Tvik wins the duel. 1 HP left on the Swedish Scout, 2-all on the board. And that is decision-making on the fly, if I've ever seen it, Spin.
Yeah, Tvik and Cadis just only like less than 100 HP between the 2 of them, maybe even less than that. Fantastic play. Like, they just won the DM there. The players come out to block, and they just 40 HP on Tweak, and he manages to survive with just 1 HP remaining. So yeah, great play from them, and they just won the round for their team.
Cadis up top once again. Zaibatsu has realised, you know what, let's not change a winning team, let's keep running that top side. The one change that they do have is that they're running it with crits at the moment. Let's see if Broder's figured out with the blockage yet. It looks like they're just going to sit in the corner, and it seems to be very, very well working at the moment. And Jukebox gets the double on both scouts. Zaibatsu running for their lives. And let's see, they do get the kill to Marlon. Very, very important there by T-Mac. Does exactly what Jukebox did as well. It looks like right now Zaibatsu is running their asses off back to last. They do have the crit streak. The question is Cadis going to be able to land that on a couple of players? They kind of have to try. I'm very curious as to why they're completely leaving this second point, though. This might be a little bit of a mistake. I'm not sure, Spin, what's your take on this?
Rib actually got into position very fast, and he managed to stick it off his right side. So Cadis, he saw it and then didn't want to use. I think he's still wanting to. He's actually distracting. I think they're going to use the crits on him, but like you say, the soldier comes in from the top, and it's missing a couple of rockets, takes down Rib, but he hasn't done anything else so far, and this crits isn't really going well for them. Cadis now getting taken down. It's going to trigger the push onto the last point.
Oh, too nuts. He got the kill to Jukebox.
That was with the mini crits, right? I think that was with the mini crits for the equalizer.
Escape plan, escape plan mini crits, basically. As now 90% crits onto Marlon. I mean, this is where the meta game comes in, Spin. We've seen this between these two teams, between Epsilon and these two teams, let's be completely honest. The way they sort of sit into each other's brain and try to figure out what the best thing is to do in order to get the minimal advantages between these two, because it is all about minimal advantages, is fantastic. I do not think that Zaibatsu know that this is a crit streak. They know there's a possibility. The question is, are they going to face tank it, or are they going to be able to deal with that the best way possible? They've
actually just rotated around this left side, so it's really good. Completely unchecked. They've actually only taken down a scout and a soldier, so that's enough, I think, for them to push into last. But how close are they to Uber now? Is Tunas still running the crit streak, or is it just an Uber? And that's just Uber now. So 80%, they're probably going to get it by the right time it's pushing. No, the push is coming in very, very fast. Bomb actually comes and takes Tunas down, and they're just going to overwhelm them now, which is exactly what they needed to do. They knew they couldn't wait for them to get that Uber, and fantastic play from Broder.
The rib crit's clean, basically, coming in right there. Look at that. Fantastic play of that demo man, really stepping it up. And look at that, Marlin, he's just switching to crit screen again. And 2 nuts, what are you running at the moment? He's running the regular Uber charge. These mental games that are happening right now are really just too top notch. All you can do as commentators and as viewers is just watch this and adore the fantastic play coming out of both teams. 3-2 at the moment for Broder, and Zaibatsu's changing it up. They're not going up top anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty much a normal middle, you know, both soldiers just coming in this left side, and the bombs are just coming in, just watching this. It's incredible. The wild play and a huge surf from Mylin. He actually dies by the full damage. Tweak getting a couple of shots onto him in midair. And it's just a hugely crazy match. Just DM everywhere. Soldiers flying about.
Oh my
Fight from
goodness.
Cadus finishes it off onto Zappis, sorry, not Zebazai. And yeah, fantastic middle. That has to have been one of the best middles on Granary I've ever seen as a spectator.
Did you see that double bomb from like Ips and T-Mac and just
From
flew
both
through
both teams, man. Both
Yeah,
teams.
it's
All
like-
4 soldiers just flying around. I
was
can't
looking
imagine
from the
trying to be a
top.
medic in that situation. Mylin
only
also
thing-
flying around.
The only thing missing from that was quick fix to make it more entertaining and have 6 people flying through the air instead of 4.
No doubt, man. That was absolutely mental and fantastic to watch. And yeah, Zaibatsu actually getting the better of Zebazai. Sorry,
Alright, so
getting the better of Broder on that in that exchange.
The mental game gets taken a little bit of a step further. Marlin switches from crits to Uber, and 2 Nut switches from Uber to crits. This is unpredictable, and I think both of these teams are right now realizing, you know what, let's just count for both, and let's just assume that it is either one, and then I guess we're going to play through that one. Marlin definitely getting the edge onto this one. He has that Uber charge. They're going to pop this one off. 2 Nut's going to crits, but really, it's not going to hit anything for the time being. Good exchange here for Broder. Not too bad, though, for Zaibatsu, as they get a 2-for-1, 3-for-1 exchange as... Finally, Zebasai gets a couple of frags in, but it is going to be too late. Samzi's going to try and block this one off. Coming in from the side, Tompa is doing good work on the other side. It is Samzi versus 2, but it is 2 that he can take. He knows he can take them, gets the damage, gets 1. Can he get the second? He doesn't know how much health Zebasai is at, and he's going to stay alive for the time being because he knows that Zebasai on his own cannot cap this middle. Zaibatsu held on, they're safe. And now what they can do is switch to crit streak if they want to do. And that is exactly what they're going to try to do. And I switch over to the other side as Marlin, he is going to run that regular Uber charge, and they're going to have to try and build this as soon as they can spin. This game is going absolutely wild at the moment.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic to watch. And they're actually just triggering the push straight into lobby already, sorry, into yard already, not even waiting. Teammate getting the frag onto Zappis on the flank. And he comes in behind them, but Tweak, oh, that was fantastic. The timing of his push was so spectacular. T-Mac comes from behind as Tweak just rushes into their face. A little bit of distraction from T-Mac, and Tweak picks up 3-4 frags. I didn't even see how many, and fantastic play from them. They're going to come straight onto the last point now with the advantage they have.
There's no way. Zaibatsu's going to pick up this round and going to equalize the score here, ladies and gentlemen. 3-all is going to be on the board. Is it really not going to be on the board? There you go. 3-all is on the board.
Let's take it to Zaibatsu
Comes
from the next
out.
middle, because I want to see the atmosphere after that.
I want to hear it. Let's go.
Just on enemy.
Good plan.
You could really hide somewhere for ages.
If Jukebox is doing the high jump, I can't deny him. I can damage him.
I'm left. Shoot now.
We're going left.
Demo's not right.
On top.
Demo's
Chelsea
bottom
on top.
left.
Jukebox
Dropping in
ready.
3.
Go ahead,
Go
Eight,
left.
left.
1. Now.
I'm cut
I'm
off.
dead. Soldiers
I'm
weak.
going
On our
back
ramp.
on them.
87 our ramp
Go
from
to
soldier.
Miko.
I'm running
Just
out.
get out of
He's
there.
weak, he's weak.
I'm out with
Down.
donuts.
Look at how well Broder masked that spin. I don't know, like you heard the call coming in. That rip was on bottom left, and the call came in when he was already there with like 5 stickies. It was very late, it was completely masked, and Broder won a clean sweep middle onto that one. 2 Nut's the only guy really staying alive. He's going to hit that Uber charge, so a small window here for Zaibatsu, which they can be happy, but that middle completely cut them off.
Yeah, really strong, and Broder, you know, with a big answer to the last round, and so 3-3 there, you know, back in control, and this is every bit as close as we were expecting. We're only 11 minutes left on the clock. This could still easily go either way, and it could be another few rounds left yet. Both scouts trying to push in on his right side for Broder. It's taking a lot of distraction, and the Uber comes in up top now, but it's a multi-Uber, and 2 Nuts Uber is definitely better. Heavy gets onto the point, gets taken down. Cadus gets an additional frag onto Jukebox, and yeah, with 2 people down, I think Zaibatsu are going to look to push here. The scouts already in on the right side, but Tweak's a little bit overextended from the rest of his team. He gets taken down early, and Cadus the same. They just don't have the backup. There's like some uncharacteristic, unforced errors there from Zaibatsu, and Broder really capitalising. The backup's now on. Surely they're just going to back up for this. And oh my god,
Oh!
It's actually taken out 3 players from behind. So yeah, cool credit to him. Fantastic play, and yeah, it looked like Broder had a huge advantage there, and it was just really equalising it. So fantastic play.
Oh my god, he picks up a 4th and an assist as well. The German superstar, the team leader, Zaibatsu, taking everyone on his back and says, guys, come with me, I'll do this one. Gets all those frags done. Very, very well played there by Ips, really pulling that one around. And now with the advantage that Zaibatsu has, the player advantage, the everything advantage, the momentum advantage, they're going to be looking to go towards this middle. And Zaibatsu, again, they're turning around, which they were looking so unbelievably shaky on that last point. Turn that one around, and they're going to make their way towards that middle. There's a couple of players they actually need to double check. I see a couple of players about to actually flying towards the back, making sure there's no shenanigans going on the side. It looks like they're committing. Right now they're committing. They know Marlin doesn't have it yet. Cadis is flying in. Cadis is going to die. Air shot comes out from Zaibatsu. And from Zebasai, actually, as he got the kill there onto Cadis. Fall damage finished him off. And that Ubercharge completely dodged by the Scandinavians as a Latvian medic going to take over the steering wheel and show them their way towards the second point with this fully charged Uber. And they're definitely going to be looking to pick up this round now.
Yeah, some great aggression there onto them. And as the Uber came in, actually, 2 Nuts popped a little bit too late for my liking. Cadis was weak, and he tried to chase the medic to get the force or to get the kill onto Marlin, and he had to do it with 80 HP or something, which meant it was an easy kill ultimately for Broder to just shut him down. And huge just DM fight on this last point, and yeah, eventually in fact that looked to me like it was pretty even. And then look at the players who are up at the end, completely one-sided fight in fact, and Broder taking it 4-3.
In the end, that's the way it is. 4-3 on the board, ladies and gentlemen. Can I remind you, on June 23rd, these teams played together on Granary in the ESA Open Cup #1 semi-finals, 5-4 to Broder. And on July 7th, just 11 days ago, they played against each other on this exact same map. And it was also 5-4. With a 4-3 on the board right now, we're going the exact same way. And let's hope for Zaibatsu they manage to be on the right side of the score points this time around.
Yeah, the bomb's actually coming in very aggressive. Zebazai actually killing himself, the first frag of the middle, and they've lost both soldiers, and it's not going to be easy for them to get this back. But they're in Zaibatsu in a horrible position. If Rib can deal out some proper damage, then it's going to go their way. But Tweak with some fantastic plays takes all of the aggression out there.
He's not done. He's not done. He's right there onto Marlin, 91 HP. He doesn't even care if he gets sawed. I think he's going to try and take him down. Get sawed. It's not going to matter. Marlin goes down. It's the Veek house, ladies and gentlemen. There's Cookie right now. He's trying to get some damage done. 6 HP onto him at the moment. And Broder not going to be happy with that exchange. 2 Nuts stayed alive. They won that middle. Marlin went down in the end. And this is a round clearly going the ways of Zaibatsu and Broder. They're going to have to try and hold on by their butts, ladies and gentlemen, because there's going to be a storm of red people flying towards this last point here in just a matter of seconds.
Yeah, Broder just trying to play really aggressive off the back of their soldiers' damage, but completely Tweak just took all the wind out of their sails, just forced them straight back, and he took the frag onto the scout, and then suddenly Rib wasn't able to pile damage onto the Zaibatsu players. The Uber now comes in from the left side, heavy up on the high pipes, going to be able to deny some of the aggression, and it's not a great Uber. Cookie getting a frag on the flank, and yeah, a lot of damage coming out for Zebazai on the bomb on the return, and now Scout behind takes down 2 Nuts, and this is a fantastic exchange for Broder, coming out of something that really didn't look favourable at all. But Cadis nips up, and we've seen this before, that they can do a lot of damage with the pair of them, and Ips doing a fair bit. They finally managed to get this cap, but it's ultimately it's gone a lot better for Zaibatsu than it was looking at the sort of midpoint of that fight. And wow, Cookie just getting another couple of frags, takes down Cadis, and he does get taken down by the pipe, but yeah, just fantastic play from him, and showing once again why everyone thinks he's one of the best scouts in Europe.
I was going to say, right, the fact that Cadis stayed alive for so unbelievably long behind, it's going to hurt them, because right now Broder's going to push in. They're not going to have any stickies. They're not going to have any sort of reliable way to force Ubers, force choke points. But it looks like Broder, they're taking it easy for a little bit. Jukebox is taking his time, walking towards the left-hand side. Broder did walk their way into right-hand side, but they're not suiciding. Here comes Broder, though. Jukebox just suddenly flying through the air. Uber does get popped off onto Marlin, though. It's only a 1-for-1 exchange, 2-for-1 right now. Broder can be happy with that as they pick up the point as a souvenir out of that one as well. See very clearly Zaibatsu, they know they have the advantage, they know they can work with this one. They also know that they're going to lose this middle point, but they're going to use the spawn advantage here. It's definitely, there's still a couple of players coming out towards that spawn door. Rib's going to try and deny that as much as they can. But Broder, they know 2Nuts has that Uber ready. They know Ips has just spawned and is going to navigate his team towards this middle. They're going to have to try and build this off as fast as they possibly can. We've seen Broder do this a couple of times already, Spin. We've seen them hold on in situations where really they should have been crushed.
Yeah, they're getting ready to push on this right side now. Looks like they're going to... Yeah, are they going to go bottom or go top? They're on the ramps right now, and Cadis is just sitting on the bottom. Taking a lot of spam early on, though, and 2Nuts already down to half HP. He does pick up the health pack, so he's not in too much trouble, but he could easily drop this if one thing hits him, and he's had to use it very early as a result. He should have just committed through that choke. This Uber's a bad Uber. They've let Mylin pick up his. Ips gets taken down, and just a little bit of hesitation really costs them there. And you either have to back up or you have to push in, and they sort of dilly-dallied a little bit too long in that right side, and it's going to cost them, I think.
Oh, here they come! Zaibatsu's going for this one. They're going to try and break Broder here on the side. But Broder, they were prepared. They knew they were coming in. And I really thought Zaibatsu completely caught them with their pants down. But suddenly, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. A 6-for-1 exchange. And Broder says, if you want to come into us like that, we're just going to kill every single one of you. 5-3 on the board. Broder massively taking advantage of every single little thing they can take. If you give them a finger, they're going to grab your hand. That's a very obviously known expression, and it goes for Broder at the moment as they make towards this middle, the 9th middle of today. And Zaibatsu, they're going to have to make this one happen, and they're going to have to do it right now.
Yeah, like I said, that small mistake, hesitation a little bit on that right side as they were trying to push in, really did cost them. And now they're on the back foot with only 4 minutes remaining. It's hard to try and push it on Granary, and if Broder get this midpoint here, they can slow this game down if they want to. Rib going down early to the bottom of T-Mac, and 2Nuts getting taken down in return by Jukebox, so that's really going to stunt their push, and it's 3-4 now in favour of Broder. And while Zaibatsu do have the control of the point right now, it's going to mean that they can just, they're going to rotate with their medic, heal up and repush. And yeah, there's actually a soldier, Ips here, hiding, fantastic position, but he hasn't managed to get onto... No, he didn't manage to get onto Mylin until he was already too weak to really have an impact. So the point's going to go their way. And in fact, I would have liked to at least see them get the Uber Force out of this. And they kind of just had Ips go for that. Maybe they should have committed a bit more. I don't know. It depends on the team. But they've let them get the mid and the Uber advantage.
Right? Like, they just didn't have anyone more. It was just... Ips was the only guy who was still somewhere around and everyone else was dead. Broder now slowly making... They're not in a hurry, guys, I can tell you this one. The Uber actually does get forced. Very well played right there.
T-Mac in the drop down. Fantastic timing from him. Just drops out and forces the Uber. But Mylin obviously on the trigger finger is perfect. And they're going to get the second point out of it. So ultimately, although it was an unfavourable force, they've actually managed to get 3 frags as well. So now with only 3 minutes remaining, they're going to pick up this last point. And yeah, really looking shaky for Zaibatsu now. They have to pull something out of the
2 minutes and 56 seconds left on the clock, and at the start of this round, 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Theoretically, yes, of course, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a mathematician. I know this. It is possible.
Let's go to Zaibatsu comms. I want to see them when they're under pressure.
On top, level.
I'm going lower right.
Then bomb left. I'm dropping.
He's jumping
Big
out.
jump.
Skull intersection.
Scout's leaking right side.
2 soldiers
I'm dead.
rotated.
Soldier on about 170.
Down.
I'm
6
dead.
HP scouts.
Medic down. Nice. Demo watching ramp.
I'm capping Twig.
They can still laugh. I
Is that a laugh?
I think it's the best
I was trying to find the fight. I didn't see it at all.
I saw Rip was sitting into that corner and he was trying to kill someone, and Tavik was kind of just standing next to him, just toggling around a little bit. Ended up getting the kill onto that one. Rip didn't even see him. Tavik was standing next to him.
Essentially going up on last point behind the 2 engineers just building it up fast.
Look at that. They're just like, just hold.
Like, this is over though. With 1 minute
holds for 10
remaining.
seconds, it's done, right? 2Nuts does not have an Uber. They cannot break through here, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like the time has run out. And with 1 minute and 27 seconds left on the clock, that is all we can call it. 6-3 is on the board for Broder. You can make it 6-4, 6-5 all you want, but Zaibatsu, they're not going to have the players. They're not going to have the time to make this one happen. And today, it was just Broder that was a little bit too strong on both the maps that they chose. 3-2 onto Viaduct they chose, and 6-4 it looks like is going to be the end score here on Granary. Fantastic play for Broder picking this one up, and we're going to see a rematch of last season's ETF2L Grand Finals between Epsilon Esports and Broder. That is the way it is, and that is the way it's going to be. I cannot believe how well Zaibatsu has been playing today, but in the end, Broder once again too strong for them. 4 matches they have played together. 4 matches they've played against each other in the past 2 or 3 weeks, and every single time Broder has come up top. No matter how strong it was, no matter how long it took them, in the end they won every single time, and today, not going to be a single difference onto that one.
I mean, it's great for them. Like so far they've been playing with Cadus only a couple of weeks, and they're going to be going to this, you know, next season in the summer and so on. They're just going to go from strength to strength. So without the sort of teamwork that we know they've showed throughout the rest of the season before and so on, it's, you know, that's the kind of thing that's good, that's going to come, and you know, it really bodes well for Zaibatsu for next season.
I want to ask right now to the I-49 organisers to put these guys in a group together in the brackets every single round together, so that we can just see these teams going up against each other over and over and over again. I think that would be a great idea. As you can, Ip's already hearing in the background, guys. We're going to have interviews here in just a little bit. Broder picking this one up, making their way towards the ETF2L Grand Final. And as we're going to have interviews with both Zaibatsu and Ip, team leaders, respectively, of Broder and Zaibatsu, we're going to hear what they had to say about this game and how they're planning to move on forwards. Guys, thanks for watching so far. If you're leaving and you're not interested in the interview, thanks so much for watching. If you are staying for the interview, we'll be right back here after this very quick commercial.